After a 20-year relationship with Land O'Lakes, Dean Foods filed for bankruptcy in 2019.
You gotta keep going, dude.
And the assets were sold off, most of which went to a bigger corporation, the DFA, and one of the assets, the processing plant where the school's milk comes from, and also where our milk goes, which is the processing plant in Woodbury, was sold off to Prairie Farms. Now, I don't know if you looked at the milk carton at lunch, but I don't know if you looked at the milk carton at lunch, but if you would, it would say Prairie Farms on it. But do you remember what it used to say even 1 or 2 years ago? If you would have looked at it, you would have seen the 100-year-old logo of Land O'Lakes, a dairy processing co-op that was founded and started operations in St. Paul. Now, after 100 years of operation, Land O'Lakes is leaving the dairy industry. The U.S. government and the USDA have to put limitations on foreign involvement in the dairy industry, and they must put size and production limitations on farms in the U.S., and they must stop big retailers from producing, bottling, and selling their own dairy products. Now that I've informed you of the discussion today, let's get started with why there's an issue. According to Michael Neuf, an economist with the Farm Bureau, in his research on the decline of the dairy industry between 2018 and 2019, we lost 3,289 dairy farms between 2018 and 2019. Now, in 2019, Minnesota lost 329 of its own farms. Now, even though we're losing farms, the average production of milk is rising, and this is due to advancements in cow comfort, cow care, and genetics. So each cow produces more milk, and at the same time, farms are growing the herd. So we got even more milk on the market. Now this causes a decline in price, and when the prices go down, dairy farmers are losing dairy farmers are making less money. And when dairy farmers are making less money, eventually you have to quit. And when you quit, and when there's enough farms that have quit, you lose production in regions, and then the processing plant has to close. Now, according to, in the research done by Jeffrey Hopkins and Bridget Tuck with the University of Minnesota, the estimated loss, the estimated economic impact of the processing plant closures in Rochester, Minnesota in 2019, published in 2019. The closure of the Kemp's fluid milk processing plant in Rochester was estimated to cost $200 million in lost income from farm to table. Now, where all it plays in is when the processing plant closes, you got those wages lost. And when there's no processing plant, the farm has no milk, has no home for the milk, so the farm loses income. And then even the janitor in the offices of that plant loses its job. So now, when you lose plant, there's a whole rift in the economic sustainability of that region. Now I've explained to you the problem. Let me tell you the solution. The United States government and the USDA must put limitations on foreign involvement in the United States dairy market. And this will come, well, I don't know if you knew, but Saputo from Canada owns Treasure Cave in Faribault. And with that, Saputo would have to pay a tax for operating within U.S. borders. And instead of producing their own product or shipping the product in from Canada, they'd have to buy their raw product from Land Lakes. And also, the United States government and the USDA must put size limitations on farms in the U.S. And how this would work is Canada does it, that's why we got foreign involvement. The farmers would have to buy their base, or pay a one-time fee to produce a certain amount of milk. Not above, not below. And this would hold the farm at a certain number of cows with their care and all that. And this would stop us from having these 10,000 cow dairies that hurt the little guys. Now, the USDA and the government also has to stop these big retailers from producing, buying, and selling their own milk. Now, like Walmart and Kroger, they bought their own farms and now they built their own processing plants. And where that milk used to come from was Woodbury. And that's why Woodbury got sold. And Kroger and Walmart, if they put restrictions, they would have to go back to buying their milk from Land Lakes. Now, today I've talked to you about the issues with the dairy industry, the issues of the current state of the dairy industry in the Midwest. And I've offered up a solution. The United States,
Please excuse the interruption.
the United States government and the USDA must put restrictions on foreign involvement in the United States dairy industry. They must also put restrictions on the size of farms in the U.S. And they must stop big retailers from producing, bottling, and selling them. Now, when we lose a farm, we're not just losing cows and farms, we're losing hundreds of years of blood, sweat, and tears that have been put into these farms. Because most farms lost are family farms that have stayed in the family for many years and stayed small. Now, when you go to lunch today, look at the milk carton. I know it'll say Prairie